Do you like to watch programs about wild animals?
I do enjoy watching documentaries about wild animals. I find it fascinating to observe their natural habitats and behaviors. It offers a unique window into ecosystems that I would not otherwise get to experience. These shows can be both educational and entertaining, giving me a deeper appreciation for nature.
Are there any wild animals in your country?
Yes, there are many wild animals in my country, particularly in rural and protected areas. We have a diverse range of species, from large mammals like elephants and tigers to various types of birds and reptiles. Our national parks and wildlife sanctuaries play a crucial role in preserving these creatures and their habitats.
Have you ever seen a wild animal?
Yes, I have seen several wild animals. I once went on a safari in a wildlife reserve where I saw elephants, zebras, and even a tiger from a safe distance. It was an incredible experience to witness them in their natural environment rather than in a zoo. The sighting left a lasting impression on me.
What is your favorite wild animal?
My favorite wild animal is the tiger. I am captivated by their majestic appearance and powerful presence. They are solitary and elusive creatures, which makes them all the more intriguing to me. The tiger's beautiful striped coat and incredible strength are truly remarkable features of this magnificent big cat.
Do you think wild animals should be kept in zoos?
That's a complex question. While zoos can play a role in conservation and public education, I believe that wild animals should ideally live in their natural habitats. However, for some endangered species, zoos may be necessary for their survival. It is important for zoos to provide large, stimulating enclosures that promote the animal's well-being. I recall a truly memorable experience when I found myself remarkably close to a wild animal, an encounter that has stayed with me ever since. This happened about 3 years ago when I was on a trekking trip in the Western Ghats, a beautiful mountain range known for its rich biodiversity. We were deep within a national park, a place where nature truly thrives, far away from any human settlements. The air was fresh, and the sounds of the forest were all around us. The animal that I was so close to was a Malabar giant squirrel. These are truly magnificent creatures, much larger than the squirrels we typically see in city parks, with vibrant multicolored fur, often a mix of maroon, brown, and cream, and an incredibly long, bushy tail. They are known for their striking appearance and their acrobatic movements through the trees. I had seen them from a distance before, but never in such close proximity. What happened was quite unexpected. Our group had stopped for a break near a cluster of tall trees. I was quietly observing the canopy when I noticed some movement. To my absolute surprise, a Malabar giant squirrel descended a tree trunk very slowly, pausing every few seconds. It seemed curious rather than afraid, its large dark eyes blinking as it looked directly at me. It came down to a branch just a few feet above my head. I remained perfectly still, hardly daring to breathe, not wanting to startle it. It stayed there for what felt like an eternity, perhaps a minute or two, observing me with an intense gaze before calmly scampering back up into the dense foliage, disappearing as quickly as it had appeared. This experience left me feeling a profound sense of awe and connection with nature. It was an incredibly humbling moment to be so close to such a beautiful wild creature in its natural habitat. There was no fear, only immense wonder and a deep appreciation for the wildness of the world. It made me realize how delicate and precious these ecosystems are and reinforced my belief in the importance of conservation. It was a rare and privileged moment that I will always cherish, a reminder of the quiet magic that exists when humans and nature respectfully intersect.
How can governments and individuals contribute to the conservation of endangered species?
Governments can contribute significantly to the conservation of endangered species by establishing and enforcing strict laws against illegal wildlife trade and poaching. They can also create more national parks and protected areas, ensuring these habitats are safe from human encroachment. Another crucial step is funding research and education programs to raise public awareness about the importance of biodiversity. On an individual level, people can support conservation efforts by donating to reputable wildlife charities, reducing their consumption of products that harm animal habitats, and boycotting industries that exploit endangered species. Simple actions like reducing waste and promoting sustainable practices can have a positive cumulative effect on the environment.
What are the main challenges faced by wild animals in the modern world?
Wild animals in the modern world face a multitude of serious challenges, primarily driven by human activities. Habitat loss is arguably the most significant issue, as deforestation and urban expansion destroy the natural homes of countless species, forcing them into smaller, isolated areas. This fragmentation of habitats makes it harder for them to find food and mates. Pollution, from plastic waste in oceans to industrial chemicals in rivers, poisons ecosystems and harms animals. Climate change is another major threat, altering weather patterns and temperatures, which disrupts food sources and breeding cycles. Additionally, illegal poaching and the exotic pet trade continue to put immense pressure on vulnerable populations, pushing many species to the brink of extinction.
Do you think that the media portrays wild animals in an accurate way?
I believe the media's portrayal of wild animals is often mixed. On one hand, high-quality nature documentaries from sources like the BBC and National Geographic provide incredibly accurate and detailed insights into animal behavior and their struggles. These programs are vital for educating the public and fostering empathy. However, other forms of media, such as news reports and sensationalist television shows, sometimes misrepresent animals, portraying them as either cuddly pets or as ferocious, dangerous creatures without providing proper context. This can lead to a misunderstanding of their true nature and the role they play in the ecosystem. The focus on a few charismatic species, like lions and tigers, also means that many less known but equally important animals receive little attention.
What is the role of zoos in wildlife conservation today?
The role of zoos in wildlife conservation has evolved significantly over time. In the past, they were primarily for entertainment, but today, many reputable zoos are at the forefront of conservation efforts. They participate in breeding programs for endangered species, which have been instrumental in saving some animals from extinction. Zoos also serve as educational centers, raising public awareness about wildlife issues and inspiring a new generation of conservationists. However, there is an ongoing debate about the ethics of keeping animals in captivity, and critics argue that even with large enclosures, it is not a substitute for a wild habitat. The best zoos today strive to balance their role in conservation with the welfare of their animals.
In what ways can technology assist in the protection of wild animals?
Technology is becoming an increasingly powerful tool in the fight to protect wild animals. For example, drones and satellite imagery are being used to monitor vast, remote areas to track animal populations and detect illegal poaching activities in real time. This provides a level of surveillance that was previously impossible. GPS tracking collars and microchips help researchers study animal migration patterns and behavior, which is crucial for creating effective conservation strategies. Furthermore, social media and online platforms are used to launch global awareness campaigns, mobilizing public support for conservation efforts. In the future, DNA analysis and artificial intelligence may play an even greater role in combating wildlife crime by identifying the origins of seized animal products.